Welcome back, beautiful people. If you made it from the podcast, I'm so glad that you were able to come join us at the YouTube channel. If not, go ahead and go check out that YouTube. I'm sorry, go ahead and go check out that podcast um, where we talked about what happens when your life stops accepting half measures. You see, you see the shot. I can't keep from like moving my hands around. Anyways, welcome back to the channel, guys. Yo, what's good? I'm so excited to do this little reading. What was I gonna tell you? Remember, these cards aren't telling you the future. They're not going to predict what's gonna happen. This is giving us some insight as to how the energy is unfolding. Okay, so we always have the ability to redirect, transmute, and perhaps even adjust. Okay, so I don't know why I'm called to say that. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You already know what time it is. Let's see what the cards have to say. Shit. Basically, anyhow. Okay, let's cut it out. Anyhow. Oh, now I get it. So there's a couple questions I wanted to start. I wanted to ask the cards. I got a couple cards out here. I'm like traveling, so kind of have like a makeshift setup right now. Guys, first off, I haven't really been presenting a lot of videos. Videos take a whole lot of fucking editing, and it's not my favorite part to do. But I also realized that I've been taking some time to like buffer, is what I want to call it. I don't know if you guys have been going through the same thing. Uh, I usually doodle all the time. It's just how I express myself when I'm bored or something. But as of recently, I've started to channel during my doodling. So, yeah, I think that the first time I ever did that was about 5 years ago. And just recently I put this together. I don't know if you want to do like a little screenshot. This is for you guys. This is what my channeling during this doodling happened. So, I mean, I guess we'll start where my mind started. I kept seeing the checkerboard. I kept seeing the chessboard, checkerboard, just this print, right? And I was like, why does that print keep coming up? Why does that print keep coming up? And then it hit me. Um, we have been diving into the temple's content, and it's all about that chessboard and how to play, right? The game of chess or the game of life, where others are trying to dominate the game as well. They've got their own game going. So, we've been diving into that topic, and somehow it made it to your reading. So, I feel like you're getting closer and closer to the temple. I don't know what that means for you, but um, then I was like, okay, interesting. It's 8 by 8, which is 64, which equals 10. Um, and that's the number of completion, arrival, wrapping something up. 1 and 0, which would be potential, well, not potential, but something that is in creation, something that is manifest, and something that is just potential. So, like that masculine and that feminine balance. And then I imagined the temple pillars. Right. So this has kind of been like an ongoing theme for us as well as the temple pillars. And I thought like, okay, temple pillars, and I just started drawing that. It's the temple columns, and then I thought of the word, like the word spreadsheets came up, and something said to expand the columns. So that's for someone. There's something within the columns. You have to look something at something about the verticals. If you have verticals, maybe you should shut them because maybe someone's looking through your verticals, which is really weird. um like those verticals for your windows or your screen doors, your window doors, I don't know, glass doors. There you go. The word congruence kept coming up, so I looked that up, and it was about being in alignment, keeping your actions in alignment with your thoughts. So is there something about you being in congruence, you being in alignment? Something about bedtime. My bedtime reminder just came up, but I'm definitely not going to bed right now. Um, so yeah, then that's when the idea of like, okay, being in congruence where your actions are in alignment with your thoughts, that brought me to think about how it takes time for the physical world to manifest and reflect your thoughts, right, and your ideas. So it seems like perhaps you're buffering within that transition where uh, excuse me, your external world is like reflecting your internal world. That means something for someone. So there's something about this board, this chessboard. I just kept seeing like they looked like portals to me. They look like tiny portals or doorways when I was drawing them. And also like this is like my neurodivergent planner. Like it's it does oh sorry. Well it doesn't yeah, I know what you're saying all that. It doesn't have dates, right? So if you're neurodivergent, you get it. Um and I had to draw an extra column so that it could be 8 by 8, which is what the chessboard looks like. So there's something about you expanding the board, and the chessboard for me, I relate it to like Pentacles energy, expanding your energy, expanding your resources, expanding your influence. So there's something about that, or even like kicking up your action, like just kind of picking up the pace. There's something about that. Mm, where else did we go from there? Then I heard the word wisteria. Is that from My Little Ponies? Please drop it in the comments. I don't know if wisteria, I thought of like, okay, that's a My Little Pony, I think. And then that made me think of my friend's, an old friend's child who had a video that went viral where he said, I don't care if I look like a chicken nut, I still love myself. So there's something about the way that you love yourself, like very publicly. And this was under pressure, okay, because of one of these pillars. And I think it had to do with your intuition, your insight, because of what it is that your insight upholds, what it stands for. That was creating a lot of pressure on your self worth, because I think that your external these structures external to you, right? Everything outside of you. These are organizations, institutions, structures, family units, right? Fuck is this? Sororities, fraternities, friendship circles. I don't know why covens came up, because that's more than one person gossiping, talking shit, casting spells with their nasty tongues. What else did we put here? Something about spiritual poverty, and it seems like these people are facing this, like being a spiritual peasant. Something about them being spiritual peasants. I don't know, but something about those structures, because up here I saw the high priestess, and then right next to the high priestess was the hierophant, right? So there's two pillars there's two pillars. It's an entrance, and there's something about them working in tandem. And when I sat down and I was meditating on that, I thought about, okay, what does that mean? Like to oscillate. Okay, something about oscillating between the high priestess and the hierophant. And those two energies symbolize structure and what we are taught to believe in, and then what our intuition, our gut, what that is telling us, our internal instinct. And so it feels like you're kind of oscillating between these two notions. Like if your intuition is up, perhaps it's contradicting, or it's opposing what you've been taught and vice versa. So then if you're like truly tapping into what you've been taught, it's kind of opposing your intuition. Your intuition drops down. So you may be oscillating between these two places for some reason. For some reason, the word censored kept coming up, but when I was trying to draw it, like I totally forgot that there was an S before the C, right? And I was like, okay, I'm not sure why I forgot the S in censored, but let me just run with it. And I was like, oh my God, it's an S. Obviously, it's your dollar signs. So it's like somebody tried to censor you to keep these dollar signs from you. I don't know. This is how my brain works, guys. Yeah. Welcome to the suck. But they censored everything but your money. Like your money's still coming in apparently. So then there was something about that because I realized that I didn't just forget the S, I also forgot an E before the D. So there was something about seeing. And then I saw this eye, this Egyptian symbol here. Something about seeing. And then there was something about the eyebrows because I was like really fixated on how I was drawing these eyebrows. Something about someone's eyebrows, which was interesting. I don't know what that means, right? Something about someone's eyebrows. Right. Where else are we going with that? I kept hearing like, okay, when I heard wisteria, I also heard hysteria. So like mass media hysteria. So I remember that I had heard something about like what was going to be happening in media um between like late July or something like this and I can't, if I told you a date, I'd be fucking lying. Like, I really don't know what the date was. Wait a second, because I think I may have dropped my vape, and if you know, you know. Where the fuck is my vape? Bruh. Oh, here it goes. Okay. Fuck y'all. Did you see that? That was weird. Anyhow, we haven't even gotten into the message 13 minutes in. I don't give a fuck. If y'all rocking with me, y'all really rocking with me. And you're receiving this message, so I don't know what the fuck it means. There's something about the letter W and the letter H. So W for whiskey, so you might be a person that enjoys whiskey. H for hotel. Then when I heard Hotel St. Croix, Hotel St. Paul, or St. Paul. hmm Something happened in the year 2000. Something about Y2K. How like things got really weird during Y2K with the mass hysteria. There's something about your key is like a reward. That's why there's like the trophy with the number one over the word key. Your key is a reward. You have a reminder to focus on the win, and that winners are losers that didn't give up. Something about that. Okay, then we have portals in the clouds. Something about the clouds. Someone may be into like Japanese art or something. I don't know because I was kind of going for Japanese. I know it's a terrible attempt at Japanese art, guys. Please don't come for me in the comments. This is just doodling. But something about Japanese art. Someone has Japanese art for tattoos or like artwork, or they really enjoy the Japanese culture. Someone really loves themselves. Yes, yes. Fucking, I love that. I love that, man. Let me tell you, I feel like I was thinking about this the other day. Like when we're all in the flow, like we feel like most connected to each other. Like when you feel like you can just be yourself around someone and they're not going to be weird about it, like you feel like most connected to someone, right? It's like a level of intimacy. There's something about that. Someone has shells or seeds. I don't know what shells or seeds in their braids for protection. Something about braids, braids being protection. I think you have black cat energy. Something about you having black cat energy. And then there's something about a white horse. Like I was watching Taboo the other day repeatedly. I think I watched the series 4 times. If you know, you know. Um, and like his white horse really stood out. So there's something about the white horse, and then there's like people like this kept coming up, like the white horse, or I would see white horses, or I would see a white horse in a commercial or in another show or another movie, or like there's white horses. Something about resonance, like you're tapping into this resonance. Oh, this is so cool. Like I was in the shower and I had like this epiphany about the resonance that I tap into when I'm actually connecting to these messages. It's like there's a resonance and it's like a particle resonance because at first I thought of it, okay, it's a wave resonance. So I could be tapping into any part of that wave, like it may be a high, it may be a low within that wave that I'm tapping into at any given moment. But then something was like, no, but we're not a wave, we're a particle. Like the resonance was speaking to me, like I'm not a wave, I'm particles. So it's like something about the what's the name of that experiment? Somebody drop it in the comments. I totally forgot. Yeah, there's like a two slit experiment or something. Somebody's like a big science. Like somebody's really smart. Somebody's really intelligent. You've got this like there's like a certain specific topic that you just like have dove into. And it's wild because like okay, this is where the message starts getting really fucking weird. So if you're not into this shit, like just tap out right now. You probably already tapped out anyways. If you're still here, drop something in the comments like a spaceship or an alien head because you're really with the shits for me, right? Um, okay, so when I was meditating prior to coming on here and giving you guys this message, um, at first, oh wow, yeah, now I'm remembering this as well. Are we ready for this? Wait, because I haven't gotten through my message. There's something about, okay, we're ready for this. We're ready for, okay, yeah. That was a confirmation. We're ready for this. Somebody's having a fucking great time. Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Yes, we are ready. Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. There's something about that. Oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. When people see you, you're just so fucking magnetic. There's something about that. Okay, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. So I'm sitting down having this meditative moment, tapping into like, okay, what is this message? What is this big message that I need to get out to the collective? What is this all about that the tribe needs to hear? So I arrive at this fucking round table. Okay. It's on a shit. There's columns all around this round table. Okay. I want to call it a coliseum, but it's not a coliseum. Like it's something around like something mythical or Greek in nature perhaps, or like yeah, something like this. And so I arrived at this grand round table. And at this grand round table, there's just, I would say like well over 2 dozen light beings just sitting around this round table. And I'm just looking around like, what the fuck is this? What did I just walk into? Like, I don't even think I'm supposed to be here. Like, I hope that I have like my invisibility cloak on as I'm walking and treading through this very private meeting that's happening about the collective at this moment, apparently, and no one notices me. So they're just yappity yap yap yap. At some point, I realized that I don't know what the hell they're saying because I can't understand this light language that they're speaking. But I just can understand that all of a sudden, like things start to get a little tense between two sides of the table. Like there's a discussion that is getting heated about something, right? So these two sides are going at it, and I realize, and one stands up. There is one a super sized light being that just stands up, and all of a sudden it's like its size grows exponentially, and it kind of just like engulfs one side of the round table. I mean, that's not even possible, but it just engulfs one end, the end that I'm looking at, and it's just like huge, and fucking shut it down. Fucking shut it down. Like all of a sudden, everybody went real quiet. Everybody else, like all the other beings at the table, just kind of like um got really, really, really still, and everything got really still. And I'm looking up, and as things are getting still, I'm still trying to understand what the fuck is this large being of light and power and just influence that was able to just kind of shut down these two or oppose these several individuals that are opposing within this round table that seems to be like a very important conversation. And I look out to the left of me, and I just see like a lot of figures, and I'm trying to look closer. If you've ever visualized things during meditation, you know what I mean. Like I'm trying to make sense of what are these figures. And at first I see hundreds, thousands, and then I just see like more and more and more and more figures just standing out. Like for as far as my eyes can see, it's just like these figures just standing at attention, alert to what the outcome of this round table conversation will be. And then all of a sudden, one individual gets up from the round table and walks towards the end of like this big platform where we're sitting, and this round table conversation is happening, and they walk to the edge of that that platform and raise their hands like Wakanda style type shit. Just raise the fist. It was their right hand. And then all of a sudden it was like, it took a while, but it was like all of a sudden you heard a wave of like excitement, and just like the crowd just like throwing their fists up. And then all of a sudden there was a second wave, because it was like the news had to travel, right, and so like the news had to travel as far as the eye can see. And then all of a sudden I heard this wave of not excitement and not shouts for joy, or like it was just like a cry of like war is what I heard, like a cry of war. Yes, it's time. And then I heard stomping. And it just kept getting louder and stronger, just reverberating. It was like I could feel the resonance of the stomping. Like I was present, because I could feel the floor underneath me where I was sitting. And I was like, okay, am I feeling the floor actually moving, or what am I tapping into? And I was still in the state of like meditation where it was like I was tapped into noticing the floor underneath me, and I noticed that I still felt that re like the vibration of the doom doom feet stomping, feet stomping. You're not looking back. They are not looking back. They're concerned, friend. They're concerned. They're concerned. Something about not being inclusive. These individuals were not inclusive. There's something about you, though. Something about you, because the movie Something About Mary came up. You're a handful. You are a handful. Something about steel sharpens steel, or iron sharpens iron. Forgot the saying. You will notice that sometimes I mess them up. I'll mix two together. Uh, Something about someone having some type of disability, learning disability, dyslexia, being on the spectrum, some ADHD, ADD, just being neurodivergent. There's something about that. It's like this group was not inclusive. It's not your fault, friend. Like it's not your fault. Something working through these individuals. You see, there was this light language between the pillars. There's this my light language. There's this light language coming through. It's like you're the seer. Something about you being the seer. You're the one that could see. The rest of them are asleep. They might be NPCs for all I know. If you believe in that shit. If you believe in that shit. Anyways, guys, this is part one. I'm gonna do a part two with the actual cards and see what they have to say. But I definitely wanted to share this. No, actually, I'm not done. I'm not done. But you know what? Tap into part number two. I'm gonna start that one off with the second part of my meditation visualization. So, you guys, I'll see you over there. Okay, guys.